Hello everybody, welcome back to GregTech New Horizons, episode 56 with me, Sid, and I'm just over in the twilight where I shall go, because I'm heading over to the portal. This is my mission in life. I don't need that bucket of water anymore either. Goodbye, you can freeze up some inventory slots. Yeah, and I've been here collecting yellow limonite is my go-to. So I have a few things I want to do this episode, and needless to say, one of the things I want to do, oh dear, that's a good old lag spike when you load into the new world, isn't it? So obviously one of the things I'm working on is the advanced boilers, and I've been gradually grinding the bits and pieces for that. I did make, I think it was 32 or 16 motors, just bulk crafted as many as not as many as I could have bulk crafted a lot. I bulk crafted a bunch ready, so because I knew I would need them. There should be something in there that I've not eaten recently. Let's have a little nom nom. And I don't think I've got anything that inadvertently completed, so just double check. That then was going to go on to more steam turbines. I'm going to get some semi-fluid generators, and we're going to push on and get this medium voltage thing. Now, the problem I have right now with GregTech, and I'm sure this is a problem everybody's experienced with it, is everything is a grind. Everything. Yeah, I made a whole bunch of these, and then I've created the pumps and everything ready to make this. So I've got everything except for the advanced boiler chassis and the huge steel pipes so far. So that's where we are with that. Steady progress, not any desperate rush. And those lead plates are to go for that, but I also need steel tanks. Steel tanks require me to make tanks. Tanks require me to make strengthened glass or obsidian glass. Strengthened glass is tin dust and saltpeter with molten glass to make 6 in a chemical reactor. And I think I probably have got saltpeter, but obsidian glass, if we go back to, there we go, tank. Obsidian glass is just some glass, which I think we can just get that by chiseling, and some obsidian dust. So I went to mine some obsidian as well, which I can grind down. I may not use that yet. I'm going to have a look what I'm like for saltpeter first. In fact, let's have a look for saltpeter now. What we got? If I go salt and then double click that, rock salt, I've got 6. It's not a lot, but I don't need a lot. Hello, that's not what I wanted. Let's undouble click that, because what we worked out was strengthened glasses, tin dust and saltpeter will make me 6. So 12. Should I just make 12? Keep 3 of these just in case. Tin dust 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll do that. So, yeah, I am somewhat struggling. 1, 2, 3. Why have I got 10? That must be something else. Doesn't matter, we only need 3 right now. Somewhat struggling with time, because everything in GregTech, absolutely everything, takes forever. It is absolutely mental how much time and effort goes into. I thought I had malachite somewhere. Yes. Brown limonite, that's magnesite, banded iron ore, brown limonite, there you go. Let's get rid of you. Banded iron ore can go in there. Leaves me with my yellow limonite, which is the bit that I wanted, and there's a good reason for that, which I will elucidate in a moment. However, we also have a few bits of, you know what, I'll cook the brown, and just clear my inventory that way. So it's just steady process. There we go. Brown limonite dust, yellow limonite ore. We want that, and we can cook that bit of malachite as well. Cool. Hello. And or not, as the case may be. Okay, fine. Have it your way. Malachite, I'm almost certain I've got somewhere kicking around. For now, it can stick in there because I really can't think where else to put it. Yeah, time. It's just grind. You know, the process of making all those motors, making all the stuff behind them, and all that in the background. Just absolutely massive amounts of time to do it. Now, the problem is I only have so much time because, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on your viewpoint, you know, I am one of those people what does work for a living. Right, let me just have a look at you again. Let me go into there, and there. 864 litres of molten glass. That is 72 for quartzite, 144 for sand. We might as well just go with, hang on, that's a medium voltage operation. So that is not going to be a thing. How am I making molten glass then? The only option is quartzite dust. Yeah, here we go again. The rabbit hole of trying to work out how the hell I get anything. All I want is glass. I just want molten glass. I should be able to get you, and I should be able to just stick you into a thing, and that's molten glass, but you're probably the wrong kind of molten glass, I guess. If I were to take that, what can I do with you? You will go into a fluid solidifier, and you'll go into a fluid canner, but you are the wrong I think you are the wrong type of molten glass. You see, that is molten glass SiO2. Let me just have a look at this. If I stick you through this, you are molten glass, but you're not molten glass SiO2. There has got to be a way of getting this. Still the wrong kind of glass. That's not going to help me. That is definitely not going to help me. That way, but it's a medium voltage operation. Oh, crying out loud. Glass for silicon dioxide dust, which I can do what with? Not a lot, apparently. All I need to do is obsidian glass. Right, is obsidian glass. That's that has, I think, decided. Let's go back in here and beat my head against a brick wall with this one, obsidian glass, which is just glass and obsidian, and I need 4 of those, so I need to take some obsidian, which I'll grab. I shall go and smelt my tin back down, shall I? It's so deflating. You just, when you think you're on top of everything, and then boom, no, you're not. Boop, boop, boop. Right, let's have a look. So I've got my macerator. Put that in there, and it's going to Happily crunch that. Now I could do 8, but I'm not entirely sure how much I need, whether you get how many you get per block. Certainly in other mod packs it's usually been around about 4, but you are only getting 1, so 1, 2, 3. That will give me that, and we can use you in an alloy smelter with some thickened glass, which is clear glass, which chisel. That's the beastie. So, right, let me go and get those 4 and see whether we can do that, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop, boop. Get a bit of that going on, get some of that out, get you in there, and I want, I think it's that one, which becomes thickened glass. Perfect. I think. Yeah, so time is becoming an issue for me. And right, if I want another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I should be able to put you through that one, because it should work in batches of 8, and then you can take 1, 2, 3, 4 just to get the balance off that kind of bit. And then we can go over to you, and I can put in 1 of those with 4 of those, and it will make me 1 of those. Yay! Which I can then use to make 1 of those, using some iron rings and iron screws. Okay, that's all fine. We got the 8, we got you, that's almost done. We can pop those and those in there to get the next 2. Once those are done, we'll be okay, and that will be the first step. Now, while we're talking about that yellow limonite, why yellow limonite? Well, yellow limonite, when we macerate it down, and then we can forge hammer or macerate that down, and we can give it a good wash, we can get some yellow limonite, and if I whack it through, I think it's a no centrifuge with things, we get iron dust. Now this is not optimal, but I've got lots of iron, so 4 iron to get 2 oxygen. It just seems to be a relatively easy way with a little bit of spare hydrogen. And oxygen we can use in the blast furnace with not raw, if I can find the relevant thing. Somewhere along the line. Iron on program 11 with 1 oxygen gives me steel and a little bit of ash. And this is just, I think, a lot easier for me to manage than, I mean, I can still use the other blast furnaces, but they take a long time, and I'm just thinking that I am going to need a lot of steel going forward. So anyway, we've got that. Now I need to go and grab some iron and make some bits and pieces. So let me do that. So I've got 32 stacks of iron, which is probably nowhere near enough in this game, but yeah, let's see how we go. Back in a sec. Alright, so while I'm processing up bits and pieces to do this thing, which that should be everything we need to make the bolts, I have some other quests that I've lined up in my inventory, and one of them is a redstone alloy dust, which is a mixer recipe with redstone, raw silicon and coal dust on program 2. Redstone, raw silicon, coal dust. Mixer on program 2. Now this is particularly useful. Well, I should probably check my power settings as well, because yeah, I should be alright for now. This is your redstone alloy, which you then use to make the if I can find the relevant thing. Redstone alloy ingots, which is used to make the redstone alloy cables, the zero loss low voltage cables, hence why I am making a metric buttload of it, because I think we're going to want a fair bit of that to just preserve our thing. That should be 9, that should be some spares. You can go and get cooked back up, and you I need to make into interesting. I mean, it doesn't do anything, but it definitely could have looked like you had creative cheaty mode on there if you were not careful. The rings are a hammer and a file with the ring, which I think we should be, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. One too many, but apparently. Yeah, because I've done one too few of the others. Okay, hammer and a file. Get there eventually. Hammer and a file and 8 of those gives me 8 of those. That's all good. That and that go away. That goes into the cutting machine, and that goes there and there. Now, how are you doing? You've got 63 of that done, so that's the first step. Now, if we have a look at the usage of that and we come across here to the quest book, we'll see that we're in lossless LV cables, and we've completed that. We need 8 of those, which is complete, and then we need these. Now, to make that, we need to basically cook it somehow, but not in a furnace, because nothing is ever that simple, is it? It's going to be the blast furnace with oxygen. You are. Or it's going to be, maybe, if I'm lucky, the alloy smelter. Maybe. Just a little bit lucky. No. Think therefore it's blast furnace program 11 with oxygen. Wow, that is going to require a fair bit of oxygen if I'm making all of that stuff up. But again, it's lossless. I suppose there's got to be a cost to it, so yeah, it helps if I tell myself that. Anyway, that's ticking along. We've got our bolts, and we can grab those. Lovely. Oops, hello. Pop you back away. Need to sleep, because obviously still heavily dependent on solar power, which is all this is about, of course, is to try and get away from that dependence on solar power. So we're back to oxygen, and we've got oxygen. I've got 16. That's enough to make 16 ingots, so I could make 8 straight away, and maybe, just maybe, I'll mix up the rest. It is something we can work on over time, because that's redstone alloy, red alloy, redstone alloy, red alloy. Yeah, you're just confusing the hell out of me now, aren't you? Red alloy cable, not redstone. Ultra low voltage, not the low voltage. Pain in the bum. But there you go. Right, what was I grumbling about? I was going to grumble about what we needed to do next with those, which is we need to make them steel tanks. So for that I need double steel plates. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 16 steel. And have I got any steel screws? I have. So 16 steel ingots to make into plates. That's all good. Let's go and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. While we are doing that, I am also going to put 64 yellow limonite into the steam macerator, the big one, because we need to get that macerated down to size, and that's a step in that direction. I just sat there looking at those. That was annoying, and I should probably go and try and clear my inventory out a little bit. Yeah, I'll do that, and I shall be back in a second. Alright, while the steel is going, this stuff again, we needed to do oxygen in a hoofer with a hoofer on program 11 or on 96,000 EU, 120 EU tick for 40 seconds, or basically use more power. I'll save the oxygen, I think. What did we say the other one was? I've just forgotten. I think it was program 2, wasn't it? Program 1, in fact. Program 1. Let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4, because that's, in fact, let's do 2. Let's keep this running fairly steady. I've done this before where I've and we shall pop that oxygen away for now. Oxygen still quite valuable to me. Okay, what we're doing here, 16 plates. That's going to take a hammer with, and I think it's that way round, but I might be wrong. There you go, double steel plates, and use of that to make a steel tank is double steel plates, and I need 8 of those steel screws, which luckily I had got a few spares of, and then I'm going to need 8 glass panes, which I've got a lot of, so that's always a bonus. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is to make one component, one subcomponent of the machines we're making. I mean, I think this is where this gets, to me, this is where you start to see levels of ludicrousness, which is it like that with that usages, and then we've got a hammer and a screwdriver. That's easy. Hammer and a screwdriver. And that's another component down. Keep your toolbox tidy. And uses of that are to make the one thing, another thing, an output hatch, is to make an advanced boiler, and for that I'm going to need bronze fluid pipes and steel pipes, and I need 4 of each, no, 8 of each. Bronze fluid pipe, I've got 2 of the 6 of those. I think almost there. I've actually got some huge ones, that's handy. Recipe for the U is going to be not extruding it yet, because this is what we're aiming for. It's 3 steel, okay, and that recipe for you is, again, I'm not going to be extruding those. 3 bronze, and I think that was everything we need. Okay, let's go. So I need 6 bronze and 6 steel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to make some more bronze. Into you. Let's go squish those. So if we're doing that, we are doing, let's have a look, 4 of those. Stop doing that. Those, and those to make those. Yes, we're getting somewhere. Whether we'll get to deploy these this episode is another thing, because I have got some other plans of things that I would like to try and do. So these need to be that and that, and it's a hammer and a wrench. Wrench, hammer. We'll take those and put those in, and then we just need you. I'm going to assume it's the same configuration to make 2 of those. Yes, it is. Excellent. So that will then give me that, which is the missing ingot piece there. Those, that gives me 4 of those, which go into, for now, here, 1, 2, 1, 2. We're going to stick that pipe away, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4. That was very lucky that I had those. Very, very lucky that I had those. So, taking that lot, there's 2 more advanced boilers, which when we install them will be going up here, and we will have 4 boilers running off of these initially, or just off of these, into 4 input hatches. So we're going to need more input hatches as well. We're going to need to, play around with this a little bit. That's a big step. Just as a massive step. In fact, when we can go in there, we can get rid of that. That was not even a quest line item either. There's 2 of those. We can check our situation over here. We should be recharged. So stick 2 more in, off they go. While we're waiting for that, we can come down here and have a look at you. So that gave me 60. That is right. Let me just double check. If I macerate that, I get 2. Yeah, with a chance of nickel and stone dust. That's fine. I haven't lost any of that. That's the key bit. So again, we can set that off running. That was going to be 48. I think, with 3 going in there. That should do. Now, while we're at this, and obviously we're doing this one, the other things I've got is, I've been advised that I need to make a coal jetpack. Also, I want to make an electric boat if I can get that sorted this episode as well. But let me have a look at the thing. So I need 8 iron ingots and an extruder shape, which is steel 5. What did we say the extruder shape was? 576. So that's 1, 2, 280. It's 4 ingots of steel. 4 ingots of steel and a shape to make myself a boat shape, unless I've already got one. Let me just double check that I haven't. I have got a boat shape. Okay. So we can use you in the extruder to make rubber or iron, and it is a low voltage recipe in that one. For whatever reason, it is a low voltage recipe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In that goes. While that's doing, we'll sleep off the night. Yeah. Time. It's all about time. And I can see this as well. Hopefully it will get better with time over time. I know that made no sense. It was kind of a double negative or whatever we call it. But, hopefully it does get better with time, because this is actually a very challenging pack, which, you know, let's be honest, I expected it to be a challenging pack. It's GregTech. I mean, we're emptying basically half of that one buffer of batteries before we get to this one currently, and I feel like I have been in this age for a significant period of time. Now that needs a chance to charge back up again, so we'll let that do its thing. That has made me an electric boat hull, which is great. I do need you back in there because I am going to be making 2 tin rotors, so that's 10. Oh, that would explain you. Okay, there you go. And I need a steel plate and 2 steel screws. Well, again, we can sort that out. Pardon me. Want to get myself an electric boat. Couple of those, lovely. We need why did I get 2? I only need 1, don't I? Yes, I do. No, that's the wrong machine. That can go away because I think I still have 2 of those screws there. I do. Right, let's just lay this out while we're at it then. So it's going to be that and that with that. 2 of those. There's an electric motor, which I happen to make a few of those. Oops, hang on. Like a so. There's a steel plate. And then we need a wrench and a screwdriver again. Boop, boop. Wrench and screwdriver. I actually feel like we've accomplished something today because we've actually now completed a quest and we have an electric boat. There's a little bit of me that wants to go and try it, so we're gonna. Doesn't require a charge by the looks of it, which that was a genuine fear actually. Not eaten recently. Off you go in my belly, and we'll try this out. I don't know what to think of this. I mean, it doesn't seem particularly nippy. But well, it's, you know what, it is what it is. Let me go and put this away. We'll stick this into our travel kit and we shall continue. There's the offensive duplicate boat, which I do need to delete at some point, but not today. It will probably be here in months to come. Let's yeah, I mean, let's be honest, it's a boat that doesn't break, and unlike the rubber boat, which has a habit of running away, pardon me, it doesn't appear to do that either, so we'll see how that goes, but that is only a temporary thing. Right, let's have a get rid of you. This thing, this is the interesting one. I am going to need to make some more of those. Alright, let's just have a quick look at the recipe. So, solid fueled boiler firebox is several things. You are mainly bronze, that I can handle, although I just did point out that I needed iron furnace, fine. Iron plates, fine. Cauldron, fine. All of that is doable. Steel pipes, fine. Those literally are, craft that to make that. It doesn't really matter. Aluminium plates, we've already got electric motors, so steel screw. I think we've got everything. So I'm going to start pulling all of that together and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, we are steadily getting there. This should be an alloy, basic alloy smelter. I need some bronze, which we're running low on. I've almost got all my yellow limonite, which I'm probably not going to get around to using this episode because this has taken a lot longer than anticipated. But we still need to make this, the bronze firebox casing. For that I'm going to need 8 bronze rods. I don't think I've got any of those kicking around. I've got an aluminium, I've got a tumbaga and an invar and a raw iron, but not a bronze, which I think everything else is almost there. We're just pulling this last bit together. But I need 8 rods, so that's relatively straightforward. I should hopefully have the last of the yellow limonite forge hammered down to that. I don't think there should be anything in there, so that's just a wash job. And that is a lot of iron to waste in some respects just to get oxygen, but it's, at the moment, I can't see well, I can probably see better ways of doing it if I really hunted around, but I think this is a reasonable solution. I really do need to make the washer as well, so I'm not just doing this. But while I'm draining this, because I've been draining this for what seems like an age now, so you know, I might as well just continue as I mean to go on with this. But the yellow limonite, we want to go, and we're going to use you in, which one was it? Chemical reactor? No. Mixer? No. Centrifuge. 4 of those, 2 cells, iron, hydrogen, and that. So 4 to make 2. Well, I can't even fit you on there. Hang on, let me just adjust my bar a little bit. So that's 4, 8. So it's basically half, isn't it? I need 32 cells to make 32 oxygen. With a byproduct of a little bit of the iron back. Not a lot, but a little. And it is the basic mix of no centrifuge. And that should start making oxygen and also hydrogen. Which is fine, that's kind of what I'm aiming for. Now we should have the final 2 of those. Yes, so now I need 16 red alloy wire, and that's just going to be the wire mill on program 1 with that. Okay, that can handle all of that. While we're doing all of the other things, it's wonderful juggling this. It's like, so we need 8 of those. I'm running out of spaces to make these things. Now what went into making that one? Is it a wrench? Okay, I think the wrench is here. Lovely. And then what we need to do is, no, boop boop, 4 more rods and 4 plates. So that's simple enough. 4 plates, 4 rods, all the leftovers, half of that. That will then go into that. I'm going to assume that the plates go in the 4 corners because they normally do, and the rods will go in the middle. Boop boop, boop, boop. Just waiting on the rods now. And those need to go through, was it the wire mill, I think, on program 1. Wow, getting there steadily. So this has also got the advantage of making a byproduct of hydrogen, so I'm not going to complain. Oxygen will be fine. I think I've got hydrogen in this lot somewhere. There you go. Yeah, hydrogen. They're universal cells, so I need to convert before I put them in. That's fine. How are we doing? Last one. That will get me to there. And we'll take those, and those should just cook in a furnace, I believe they will. Lovely. 1 bronze firebox, which goes into there to make a solid fuel boiler to make that. So, oh, we've actually got some Railcraft steam power quest inadvertently completed as well, which is interesting. There and there and there. That goes in there. Right. Press shift plus none while wearing to turn it on. Maximum altitude 185 meters. Where does it live? Chest. Adventure backpack. Oh, I'm apparently wearing it. Okay. Now how do I get it off? Help. How do I get this damn thing off? Controls. Well, it can't be A, can it? Could it be Control A? No. Shift A? No. Alt A? No. L. For now. Oh, take it. Ah, I see. So you just do that. So we go and grab some fuel. This is probably a bad idea. And we fuel you up. And what was the other thing? What do you need in the other tanks then? Water? Perhaps? I mean, I assume we're talking about steam-powered jetpackery here. We are. How? Oh, that's steam. I see. I see. So we've got that. So right tank is empty. I'll press shift plus none. Okay. Okay. Don't know why, but Okay. Oh, heating up. Oh, talk about primitive. I love it. And then you use that to do the things. This is going to take a while, I think, to get some temperature in it. So, oh, hello. There's my mouse pulling back on me. Let's just go, because now we've got you. We just need to do this red alloy quest, and that will be a bunch of the things that I have set aside for myself. So that is molten silicon rubber, molten styrene, molten rubber, so 24 ingots of rubber. I mean, that's expensive, but there you go. Oh, optional, don't need to do that. Okay, claim. I mean, we will want to do that because we don't want to get electric shocks. And I've got to... Well, oh, my backpack's bubbling. It's getting steam. This is crazy. Let's just go and have a look, because I think there were other quests that I need to claim. Multi-block goals. I have inadvertently claimed that. I've done that one, so we'll claim those. Getting around, we have done this one, so we will take that, and we will take that. And I think that is almost... Oh, that is it, isn't it? So what we need to do now is try out this jetpack. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Stuff. And that's all other rewards. Have that. So that seems to be a more interesting way of getting around. I mean, it's primitive, but we're at temperature. It's relatively inexpensive. Yeah, interesting implementation, a steampunk jetpack. So if we can try, can I get that? Try and get a screenshot that shows off the steam powered jetpack. Well, I mean, it's definitely different. Anyway, that is enough shenanigans from me. We're going to turn our jetpack off and take it off of our body. I can obviously restock the water at this time. Does the steam stay? That's the question. I don't know the answer, obviously, but in fact, matter, does that stay? That looks almost like it's going, I'm at temperature and I'm not going to go down, but we'll see. Anyway, as usual, thank you everybody for the wonderful advice that you always seem to give me when it comes to doing these crazy things. Yeah, I'm going to keep pushing. We've got those done, which means that now I can generate more steam. So I think the first thing we're going to have to do is to upgrade this to a 4 input with multiple things, and also I think some kind of automatic coal feeding, because at the moment I'm just kind of piling it in, and every now and again I go up and restock it, and it's not ideal. So that's going to be the first step. But until next time, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.